repeat that, Joey. So we had a time with this. Did we talk about this? We didn't really talk about wheelchair Pat.
No, we talked about on the way there.
Going on the way there. So we ended up hanging out with this lovely fan, wheelchair Pat, and we went to the Beverly Hills Hotel with him.
The Polo Room.
And we got there, and it's like packed full of very wealthy people eating dinner, and wheelchair Pat's there with his sister,
and his sister's boyfriend or husband.
Her sister's husband or whatever, who looked like he looked like the mayor of San Diego.
He looked like the mayor of Ojai.
Just the type of guy that looks like he's never put on shoes. It's always flip flops. He looks like he has two kids named like Quicksilver and Billabong. and wheelchair Pat's there, and wheelchair Pat's getting hammered. He's already fucked up.
He was pretty fucking hammered too by the time I showed up.
You were like drinking
a pod.
You were drinking your big gulp. He was hauling ass through the fucking restaurant, and his tubes were like smacking over drinks.
Yeah.
And
which is pretty sick to do that to the people of the Beverly Hills Hotel.
And he's got like immunity because he was going to kick out a guy in a wheelchair.
The people of the Beverly Hills Hotel, they need to deal with more breathing tubes hitting their drinks off their table.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not a reality they understand, and it's about time somebody fucking showed them.
It humbles them. And also it double humbled them because we had immunity secondhand.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't kick us out because we're caring for a guy in a wheelchair.
Exactly.
I felt like wheelchair Pat was like the waiters there were like catering to his every need, and I was just waiting for one of them to start jerking him off or something.
Yeah,
there was this head waiter there, like he likes this specific cup, and he was like likes the specific.
And then he just starts going like, and then he also likes this. He likes this.
He really like it when you.
He really like this.
He like being milk.
He like it. You put your hand on his pants and you jerk it back and forth.
He like had the pinky up his ass.
So wheelchair Pat was a fantastic person, but it was a very hilarious night because he had a Dre Beats thing. Like he had like a speaker.
For a computer voice.
For his computer voice to speak, because he can't really speak. You can barely understand him.
He talks like that.
Yeah, but it's even harder, and he was fucked up.
Yeah, he just kept saying, "I'm so fucked up. I'm so fucked up." It was really kind of disturbing because he meant he was drunk, but also he's.
But I was also like, man, this is it's very meta.
I was like, he looked like a character from Seven.
I was like, you are fucked up, wheelchair Pat. But so the first thing he says in this crowded dining room, I'm not kidding. There's there's probably fucking Bob Iger's family sitting next to us eating dinner.
The room was packed with extremely rich-looking older white people, and then there were like a handful of tables that were clearly young girls on vacation, and they were like, "Oh, let's go to the Beverly."
There was one family there. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. When you guys, I don't know if you guys were talking, you didn't hear this, but there was a son talking to his father, and I heard this. It was like he was probably like 12 years old, and I heard him go, "Haha, Daddy, that's exactly what Warren Buffett would say."
Oh.
It was wow. I want to blow my fucking brains out.
Yeah, so it was that type of environment. And we were sitting at a table in the middle, like the deranged Rat Pack. Like if the Rat Pack got like nails shot into their head.
Yeah.
And wheelchair Pat, the first thing that he says on his speaker as his sister and brother or whatever, brother-in-law are sitting down. He goes, my brother-in-law's gay as shit. He goes, full volume.
He goes, my brother-in-law is a gay retard.
And then at one point he started.
Well, Devan grabbed the Beats by Dre thing.
He goes, oh.
And Devan's like, hey, how do we fucking turn this thing off? And I grab it away from Devan. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't mute him.
I wasn't trying to mute him.
Like a fucking episode of Black Mirror. You're gonna mute wheelchair Pat. I'm like, listen, he can say what he wants to say. He's a grown man. He's a free person.
Yes, but it was just insanely loud.
It was way too loud.
It would needed to be turned down a little bit. So then every time he said something, because you refused to let it be turned down, it was like insane.
It was making me laugh.
At one point he goes, "Get off your phone, faggot," in the middle of the dining room.
There was a great part where Joey was fucking with his chair, and it was a little empty at that time, but the family was still there, and he over the speaker goes, "Suck my cock, faggot."
I hijacked this chair, and I was sitting right by where the controls of the chair were, so I would just be like, "Whoop! What are you gonna do, Pat? What are you gonna do?" and I kind of just toying with him. But he's such a great sport that you like. We would say it was
couldn't
fun.
do anything.
He's got the best sense of humor.
Couldn't do anything, so maybe it was inappropriate.
He's got the best. Everyone could learn a thing or two from Wheelchair Pat. He's got the greatest sense of humor for a guy in his position that I've ever met. He was making jokes to me, and I told him I wouldn't give him a push, and he better relax, or we'll throw him down a flight of stairs and shit. And he was like, fine. He gets it.
His arms and shoulders atrophied because he can't move.
Yeah.
And so I said that I go, hey, Wheelchair Pat, how did you steal Devan's arms and shoulders?
That was very good.
You have the same wrists as Devan. I don't understand how.
Yeah, all in all, it was a fun night. It was a little bizarre. Not even because of him, mostly because like the family there. It was just odd. Like I could tell they wanted him to they were just like, yeah, yo, you guys handle him.
Yeah.
They kept doing smoke breaks and stuff. And for a minute, I was like, are we going to end up taking this guy home? Is Wheelchair Pat going to like move in with me?
Like, yeah, we have a new son.
I wanted to take him out on the town, and like they wouldn't let us. It was bullshit.
Yeah, we wanted to take him to the Viper room.
We had to get a van. We had to get like his van,
exactly.
which would have been sick.
You got to get all this stuff.
But
that was a fun time.
We also walked the entire room. I don't know if you guys noticed that. When we went into the room, it was full, and when we left, we were the only ones in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had to be because of us.
Everyone left.
Yeah, because of us.
It was definitely because of us.
Yeah, they were like, these guys are obviously doing a Make-A-Wish.
But yeah, fuck them. Fuck them if they can't fucking handle that.
You guys don't like disabled people.
Yeah.
It was also hilarious how he chose the Beverly Hills Hotel. Like he chose like a really nice place, fine dining, big shot place. Oh, and then his family, they tried to leave us with the bill.
That was very funny.
Oh, that was fucked.
Dude, they literally left us with their bill. They ordered.
Crazy.
We were paying for Pat's like champagne and everything. The bill was like huge, and I was looking at them like, "What the fuck? What do you think this is? You think this is? We're not famous. You think we're just doing a nice thing? This isn't a Make-A-Wish.
We're not Joe Rogan.
This isn't Schwarzenegger walking through the fucking children's hospital." Okay, we're not paying for your drinks, you maniacs.
I didn't assume that they were going to pay for ours, but there was a very funny moment at the end of the night where
we all tried to walk.
No, Devan.
I tried to act like, all right, so we were here. Thank you guys. Thank you for paying.
No, Devan, you even literally said like, your parents are paying for this, right, Pat?
Yeah.
And Pat was already driving his wheelchair out of the.
He goes like this. He goes, no.
No. Yeah, he was already said it while he was spitting out.
I don't think I could be a millionaire and I would still I get anxiety when it's a big group of people and I'm like, who's paying for all this? Like one of those. I'm like, I eye people. I go, well, he's had 7.
You'd be a Larry David millionaire.
I go, I'm not fucking paying for those 4.
Yeah.
You know have you ever gone out to dinner with a group of people and it's like there's 8 to 10 people and who you had to go because it's like an event and you had to be supportive or something. And you order like a fucking Caesar salad, like when you really can't spend. You order like a Caesar salad, maybe 1 drink, right? And then at the end, everyone goes, "We're just splitting it."
Yeah, we got bottles of wine. It's fine.
Yeah, and you're like, "What? You're a yuppie con man. You're a wannabe." You're a wannabe middle class con man. Fuck you.
You really can't do that if everybody in the group, if they're not all like very successful professionals, you simply just can't do it. If somebody's struggling even a little bit, that's so rude actually to just assume that there's an even split.
I remember my sister did that to me at fucking Little Dom's.
Because it's a classy uppy move where it's just like, hey, we're all adults, we're all taking care of stuff, like let's just split it, let's not bicker over these small amounts. But if you're kind of broke, it can really fuck you.
Yeah. No, when I had literally no money, that happened a lot, especially with Jack and the Hollywood hotshots that I used to hang out with.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, dude, this is fucking crazy. But you feel like bad about saying anything because everyone will just make fun of you. Especially black people.
The tables have turned, cracker.
You can never have a stain on your shirt around black people. Everything's very nervous.
Jack better have died with like $1 million, by the way, because he never paid for anything.
Yeah, he was such a cheapskate.
He better have been saving money.
There was a lot. I mean, there was probably hundreds of times he paid for like all my drinks. But that was because he needed me to be there with him because he was uncomfortable about what he was having to, like, who he was having to hang out with.
Your rent boy.
So he would like tell me to come with him, and I'd be like, all right, but so he'd handle it. But yeah, there was a lot of times where also I was like, he'd ask me to Venmo him and shit, and I'm like, you're writing on like 5 shows right now. Like what?
Now I would see times where he would literally just like take booze from the party.
He stole he stole your Tito's vodka that time.
Yeah,
on my birthday
while he was on shows.
Yeah. No, he was like on TV.
Like a $20 bottle of vodka.
Right.
Yeah, and he stole it. But honestly, he did it more for the love of the game. It was more funny to him. He just kind of liked everyone waking up and being like angry at him, and he just like would laugh.
He's a menace.
Well, he knew. I guess he knew he would never have to pay anyone back at some point.
He also owes me like hundreds of dollars from that bet.
He lost the bet about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
No, he's a pedophile?
No, we were betting on the amount of time he would serve in jail.
Like none.
Right, so Jack was like, "Oh no, dude, they hit him with RICO. He's gonna fucking."
RICO's been watered down.
No, here's one. Want to know what Jack thought? He watched the end of Goodfellas probably for like the first time, and he was like, "Man, yeah, I'm an expert. Yeah, I'm an expert on RICO cases."
No,
they thought you were going to hit Tekashi 6ix9ine with like a 1985 RICO charge.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not going to happen.
I sit around watching Michael Francese videos all day, so I'm like, okay, RICO is bad, but the biggest way to get out of RICO is by cooperating with the authorities. I'm like, of course that's what he's going to do.
Oh, he's going to snitch his ass
And also,
off.
like, if you cooperate on a RICO, it's like it goes from like 100 years to like no years. Like they give Sammy the Bull was sentenced to multiple life sentences. He cooperated. He's a free man. They let him off after like a few years.
Right.
He admitted to killing a lot of people.
These dudes are on podcasts yelling at each other about who killed more people, and they served like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because they just were like, I'll just be an informant or whatever the fuck. I mean, Whitey Bulger was an informant.
Exactly.
This guy was like a mass murderer.
Yeah.
And he was, still going, like, he was hanging out in Santa Monica. He was drinking red wine.
He was a fugitive.
He was a fugitive, but
Devin's acting like the FBI
let him.
No, but for a while he was fine.
For a while
they allowed him to run his
press charge.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't pursue a serious investigation because like he's giving us enough information. He's better on the street as an informant.
Yeah.
But then when he was in Santa Monica, he was
which is such
fugitive.
a crazy fact of whatever the police system and the justice system, like that they will at some point, if you're so powerful, they'll be like, all right, you can keep killing people, you can keep running drugs, you could keep gambling, you just got to tell us about other people.
Well, the other part of the Whitey Bulger thing was that the guy, his contact in the FBI was his childhood friend who was corrupt and who was also doing life in jail. So it's not like it was just like the FBI was collectively working with Whitey.
Yeah, that was in that Black Mass movie.
It's almost the catch-22 though, because when you start ratting, right, like Whitey Bulger was doing, it's like the cops own you so hard because if you fuck up a little bit, if you go to jail, you're getting killed no matter what. And that's what they killed Whitey. Dude, you know what they did to him?
Did they like smash his brains?
They cut his tongue out and stabbed his eyeballs out and then beat him to death with a fucking lock and a sock.
So they cut his tongue out.
Wheelchair.
They cut his tongue out because it was he's a rat.
He's a rat. Yeah, he was in a fucking. He was an 80-year-old man in a fucking wheelchair.
I love how performative the deaths get within mafia culture. Like they're like the toughest guys ever, but they're still pretty gay. Like they're still into theater. You know,
that's how you speak.
They're like, all right, you pretend we're not suspicious, all right, and then we're gonna take them out for a nice dinner. We're gonna have a lot of memories. We're gonna share thoughts, and we're gonna act tonight. It's like a lot of acting. Everyone, they're like, the mobsters go like, la 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 la. All right, we're gonna take them out now.
That's funny.
It's an improv kind of troupe.
Yeah.
Italians
are just that whole Italians and Irish. They're so gay, no matter how tough they are. Italian guys are the gayest guys alive. Like they'll do in the old days they'll be on the street like, you owe me some fucking money, I'm gonna fucking smash your fucking face in, you understand that? Okay, I'll be back here tomorrow, I'm gonna fucking kill your whole fucking family. And then they go to a street corner and they're like, like singing like girls.
You're getting
they're super gay.
You're getting yes-anded on the way to like a shallow grave.
Yeah.
What's that fucking God? What's that play? The Jersey Boys
Walk
or whatever.
like a man, talk like.
I'm gonna beat your fucking face in with a fucking brick.
Listen, I'm gonna fucking make your face into hamburger, all right? Ooh, big girls don't cry, big girls, I'm not gay.
They also kiss each other a lot. You ever notice
love
that?
kissing each other.
It's like, you're gay if you eat pussy. Now here, give me a big French kiss.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, is this more Cart Narc?
Yeah. So anyway, folks, we're kind of pre-recording one of our. It's a first for us. This is just a simple Monday. But I was supposed to go to New York yesterday, and I woke up and JetBlue had just canceled my flight. No reason. No, they said we'll get back to you with an update. No updates for hours and hours and hours. So I'm like, am I leaving today? Can I get a new flight? JetBlue is, I think, the most corrupt airline on the planet at this point. They seem to be, they're kind of like the Blockbuster of airlines. You're not even sure if they exist.
It's still a no-show job.
It's a no-show job. They're the equivalent of like if Blockbuster had, like they came out with a streaming app today. Yeah. And you go, all right, $10.99. I get like more movies than Netflix, and you sign up for it, and then it's just a blank page, and you call them, and they're like, we're fucking Blockbuster. We went out of business 20 years ago. What are you talking about?
I don't want to.
And you can't get your money back.
I don't want to critique you too much, but what they were doing by telling you like we'll get back to you with updates is they wanted to keep you from going to the airport. Yeah, if you went to the airport, you would have gotten on a flight that day.
No, I wouldn't have.
You definitely would have. If you were a total Karen and started screaming and shit, they would have got you on a flight.
Every JetBlue flight was canceled.
What happened to the planes? What are they grounding the fucking planes?
It happens all the time, Joe.
They stop with the planes? Like, what's going on?
They're lying. They lied about weather. They said it's weather. I looked it up. There's a million other airlines are flying to New York that day. They're understaffed. There's nobody working for these places now. It's all volunteers, and it's like going to a summer camp. It's like probably like a 16-year-old that's flying the plane. I'm terrified of my flight tomorrow. But no, it's literally, this happened. I got stranded in New York 2 years ago because of JetBlue. And then a jaded guy came out and just told everybody, he's like, listen, we ain't doing nothing for y'all. Leave. I'm not kidding. That's word for word what he said.
We ain't doing nothing for y'all.
He goes, so listen, and people were screaming at him like, yeah. He goes, due to weather. And this guy was like, that's fucking bullshit. This guy, people were like trying to fight him. It was crazy. It was absolute chaos.
I love black people.
They're an obviously family company, but I grew up. I thought JetBlue was the gold standard, bub.
It used to be considered one of the best.
When I was a kid, I flew on JetBlue like once or twice, and I thought it was the coolest airline ever. It was all blue. They had great TVs and the seats. It was like, it felt like a better airline than everyone else I ever flew. And
it was, and it might still be. Maybe this was bad luck.
No, they're failing rapidly.
Oh, really?
Well, because I got the ticket for JetBlue because I was like, man, okay, they're the only place offering a nonstop flight for like, I got a round trip for like $350. Every other place was like $600. So I was like, fuck it.
Well, I'll try it cheaper again. Just because they have so many flights doing that route.
Yeah, that is it. But I think they're also, it used to not be that cheap, I feel like. I think now because they know you're just taking a gamble. JetBlue's crazy. They tell you, like, listen, you can't take anything on the plane. But then when you get there, 70% of the time, nobody cares. You can bring all your shit on the plane.
Yeah. What do you mean? What
they say no. They say no carry-on bags. None.
Sure.
No carry-on bags other than like a small personal item.
That's fucking insane.
And so they make you, when you pay for
spirit shit.
They try and get you to pay $35. And I'm like, well, last time I paid the $35 for both my flights, and every time I got on with my stuff, and people were like, everyone had bags. So I was like, okay, so it's fake, so I'm not going to pay for it.
You should never pay for that. I never pay for that.
But now I'm afraid they're going to stop me at the end. It's going to be all embarrassing.
Well, if it's too big at the gate, they just check it for free. That's what I've realized.
Yeah,
they don't check it for free. They charge you $65
at the gate.
At the gate. Also, JetBlue. Yesterday, I couldn't get through to anybody. Couldn't get anything on the website. There was no flights for the next day, the day after. I couldn't get a single thing. And finally, it loaded, and I was like, oh, there's another flight tomorrow I can take. $4,000 they were trying to charge me to change my own flight.
It's a lot.
What if my mom was dying out there and I needed to see her at that moment? Fucking scumbags. And this is the weirdest part, folks, and I am not fucking around here, okay? This is not a lie.
It's still going on?
People literally thought this was fake, I think. The first 10 times I went on their website to try and change my flight, sounds of a horrific terrorist attack started playing only on their website. I went to other websites, nothing happened, but on my phone, horrific sounds like this. This happened 10 times in a row, folks. Check this out. It's a screen recording. It just kept...
That's not the best customer experience.
Apparently, fucking Muhammad Atta is the CEO of JetBlue now.
I'm their new IT admin. I'm just surfing Live Leak all day.
There is part of me, though, and actually not part of me, all of me is kind of going like, what did this otter do to make that happen?
I feel like you're playing an Instagram video in the background.
Right.
No,
exactly.
it got to the point where I exited every single thing, and it kept doing it.
If that
over
were happening,
and over again.
Across like any significant amount of people visiting the website, it'd be a huge news story.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
No.
Of course it would.
Really?
A major airline's website is hacked with terrorist sounds? You nuts.
Why was that happening?
I think it was probably a glitch on your phone.
Whatever.
It's still funny. It's still funny.
It's funnier to when you realize it's an otter making a mistake on his phone.
Technical difficulties.
Every page was closed. Every page was closed.
I can't wait for the comments. Maybe the comments will know, but I suspect.
Oh, they're all going to be like,
it's an otter.
They're going to say some shit about me. By the way, so we had Shu on, our lovely pedophile hunter, on last week. Wonderful person, funny guy, and
love Shu. I miss you.
The comments were rolling in this morning, and it's funny how there were people that loved him, and then the last hour, and then the last 20 minutes, people are really angry at him just because he said Christie is funny.
I knew. Right when he said it, I'm like, "Ooh, buddy!"
I was like, man, you do not. Have you seen what we do here?
You're also people love you because you hunt pedophiles, and Delia's accused of being sort of a pedophile.
Oh, I didn't even put that connection together.
And now, so it's like you're a hypocrite, and also you have bad taste in comedy. But it's just like kind of, if you know Shu like I know him now, he's like I consider him my best friend. It's sort of just like one of those lovable things where it's like, I love Con Air or whatever.
Yeah.
Dalia's his Con Air.
It was adorable because later that night he was dead set on showing us Chris D'Elia clips on podcasts where he's funny.
Bad idea.
So we wound up back at Joey's at like 2-3 a.m. and he's going through compilations, Chris D'Elia's best moments, and Joey and I are sitting there stone faced. Just like it felt like watching paint dry. We were like, what is the joke? What's funny about this? And he was like, man, maybe I was just young. I don't know.
He does have that generational gap, though, where he's like 3 years younger than us, and those are the guys who Chris D'Elia,
It's not enough of a gap.
There's still shit, though.
Shu kept not knowing stuff like Woodward and Bernstein.
I didn't know who that was.
That's bad. You should know
really?
that.
I know, which is crazy, because it's the Watergate.
But you know that.
Shu also graduated college and was an engineer, and he worked on nukes and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So
Shu thinks Watergate's an alkaline company.
He didn't know any reference. That was the big problem.
No, I think he was leaning into like, hey, listen.
I think he was just trying to be like, he was also doing this really funny thing at the end of the night where he'd have like the worst opinion of all time, and I could tell it was sincere. And then later on, he would pretend he was just being an agent of chaos. And he's like, that's what I do. He's like, that's just what I like to do.
He was like, I was trolling you, dude.
Trolling
and we're like, oh, so you don't think Chris D'Elia is funny? And he's like, no, I do.
He's like, no, I do. And we're like, well, I'm unsure of this agent of chaos thing.
He is an agent of chaos,
He is.
though.
He's a hilarious person. I mean, look at him in that fucking suit. It's unbelievable.
He's crazy.
He's a hilarious person, and he's
I love Shu.
He kept trying to get us to go do a podcast with the pedophile the next day, but none of us could do it, and it was just. We'll have to fly out to Salt Lake at some point, or actually, why don't we just rent a car and drive to Salt Lake and do a podcast on the go with him or something.
I mean, we could do it on the way to fucking South Dakota.
We should do a stakeout.
Sure.
We should do a stakeout podcast where we get there like an hour or two before the pedo comes, and we record before.
We just watch. We watch Shu. Wait for the pedo,
and then we can move the camera to the window because I'm not trying to get in shot or anything.
Nah.
So we just watch Shu put himself in harm's way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be good.
I think that could be good. So yeah, somebody sent me this. I found who Cart Narc is.
Oh, okay.
This is what Cart Narc looks like. To the listeners, I'm sure we've talked about Cart Narc publicly, right? It's not just a Patreon thing, I believe.
For sure.
I don't know.
I think we've
done one Cart Narc.
We've done one Cart Narc
yeah.
publicly. So this is who this maniac is, and he's like jacked, which kind of makes it even more annoying.
What do you think he looks like, Joey?
I've seen this. Somebody
seen
sent
it?
this to me too.
I am Sebastian Davis, 42 years old. My title is Chief Agent.
I like how the music playing. It's like he's on like Chef's Table or something. Like he like runs a rib shack in Austin.
Years old. My title is Chief Agent with the Cart Narcs. We politely and gently urge people to return their carts to the shopping
not
cart
jacked.
returns
I don't know
and
what
not
you're
just
getting
leave
this
them in the
from.
middle of spots.
He's just bigger than I thought.
He's a big dude, yeah.
Narcs has been sort of a hobby/interest that has kind of blossomed into what could be.
I love his
full-time
bulletproof
income.
vest.
You left your cart blocking the spot behind you when the cart return is right there. Yeah, she's getting a big old magnet for that one.
Oh, dude.
God, that's annoying. Throwing things on.
I hope one
cars.
day he gets.
God, that's annoying.
He has to use that bulletproof vest.
Oh God.
I would love to see that thing get tested.
Yeah. I know I know that level of body armor doesn't protect against a 5.56.
Also,
Like,
shoot him right in the knee.
That too. His big knee.
How come people act like fucking the head doesn't have a thing on it?
I hope somebody shoots him in the head. Just kidding.
Setting my friends up to say stuff like that.
They do comedy.
I looked at Joey like, Joey, and go.
I was like, okay.
Say you want to shoot a guy in the head.
I see what you're making.
Should we do any Cart Narc stuff, or should we watch some other stuff?
I mean, let's see what else we got going on.
All right, so there's
some hysterical women.
Well, there was a crazy video I saw where it's some guy being accused of being he's accused of filming this couple's cat, and the couple thinks he's a cat. They call him a cat pervert.
Okay.
So he's filming a cat, and they think he's sexually attracted.
And they come out like angry at him, and it turns into a big thing.
Okay.
Weird.
Cat pervert.
Check this out.
You're keeping it in your
No, I'm
yard,
not.
and it's our cat.
You understand?
Our cat.
I'm not even in my yard right now. What am I doing? The gate's open.
It's a cat audit.
It's a cat audit.
Cat audit.
Yeah, he's auditing cats now. This is it's a failing country.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's like people will do anything. They're auditing dogs. They're like, the dog. It's a little hot. The dog's a little hot today. You're abusing it.
Do you think that guy actually gives a shit, the dude with the gray shirt, or do you think he's just doing that thing where you have to stick up for your wife when she's angry?
He might just be no, but he gets really into it.
Okay.
He also looks like Eric Stoltz, so he might just be angry his career's on the out.
Reasonable people, you're holding our cat.
How? I'm not even in there. I want you to explain how.
If you would go in your yard and say, Mercury, go home. Don't come in our yard anymore.
She
They
will
want
not
you
listen.
to.
She's a cat. She doesn't speak English.
Oh, really? This.
He goes, oh, really? He goes, well, I've got something to tell you, Bob.
Doesn't mean go home?
No.
Since when does a cat listen to
Cats
that?
don't listen to that
Cats
shit.
don't listen to you moving your hands. Cats literally don't care about a single thing anyone is saying to them.
No.
I'm so sick of cat owners acting
only
like
respect
their cat.
strength.
They don't give a shit about you at all. They're using you.
They need a cultural punishment.
They're sluts. They're the neighborhood slut.
Yeah, they are.
They go around town getting food from anybody. They have face blindness. They don't know who you are. They'll get pet by anybody. They don't give a shit about you. The minute you die, they'll be eating your eyeballs. They'll be making shakshuka out of your eyes. They don't give a fuck about any of these people. Cats are they're psychopaths. Cats are mini psychopaths that are cute and purr.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Ted Bundys.
Yeah.
Hand signals don't mean anything. It's a cat, dude.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the police.
By the way, where do you think these people are?
Midwest.
Midwest?
Yeah, the guy was like, you can hear it in his
Really?
voice.
Okay.
No, he did a hard
That
Midwest.
does not
something
look like
or
a Midwestern yard.
Listen.
Doesn't seem like a Midwest
No.
yard. The palm tree, the fern thing in the back.
Maybe like Arizona. I would
Maybe
guess.
Arizona
New
or-
Mexico kind of place.
could be like a Huntington Beach. They
Sure,
do,
could be.
they seem like they go out every night and they yell at people that wear masks. And
He
shit.
said yard with a hard A. Here's a yard.
It's a weird way to pronounce it, but that doesn't look like the Midwest.
No, I don't think this is the Midwest. I think he's from the
Department
Midwest.
figure it out.
Absolutely. Great idea.
All right. Listen. No, so the cat doesn't eat and drink anything over there, right?
No.
Oh, no, never. Right? No, never.
No.
Look at his catatonic wife. Look at that lady. She looks like she has like Vietnam War memories, like PTSD, like when she's like cooking bacon.
She's that little naked girl running
Yeah.
away from the exploding village.
The oil starts popping and she acts like she's fucking in like Jarhead.
No, never.
Never. Yeah, never.
Yeah, you cat pervert.
That's actually dope.
Pervert.
That's a good line.
That's dope.
Cat
That's dope.
pervert's a great line to pull out.
That's sick.
Right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's good. He's good.
I've done nothing to bring the cat. I've done nothing to bring the He's lost it.
He's doing like 6th grade level bullying strategies where if you just start yelling like a name at somebody loud enough, like, oh, now they're going to be known as a cat pervert. He thinks it's going to work.
No, he acts like he's got the senior lawn behind him. they're all like, yeah, you're a cat pervert.
Stop. Making a scene over a cat.
He's lost it.
It's our cat.
He's lost it. He's lost it.
By the way, guys, I want everyone out there that owns a cat, it ain't your cat. Unless you trap it inside like a prison. Unless you keep that cat in your little Folsom prison inside your house and you go, he's a domesticated cat. It doesn't care. It would be in anyone's home. It doesn't give a shit. They're psychopaths.
I've never owned a cat, and I've hung out with a couple of cats that my friends have that I start to think like, oh, you know, it's kind of like a dog. I start to say about the nice ones because you could almost play fetch with some of them and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I don't have enough experience to...
They're trapped there. We domesticated dogs. We never domesticated cats. Cats just moved in and started, like, demanding shit.
Yeah, and they just got lazier and lazier.
Yeah, they're just lazy. And then there's a lot of these people out there, they think their cat loves them, but they're just feeding their cat too much, and they're making their cat disabled.
Anything that wakes you up in the middle of the night by fucking smacking you in the face, that's, like, my line with animals. And I at one point, I had an ex-girlfriend that had a cat, and we lived together, and at one point, that happened to me, and I swear to God, there was like a half-second window where I was literally a chimpanzee when it happened, and I picked the cat up and I threw it across the room. And while the cat was mid-air, I realized what I had done. Thank God it can land on its fucking feet. That's the best thing about cats. They're really unkillable.
No, you could throw them around.
But yeah, I was like, I could have just easily thrown that cat into the fucking brick wall.
Did the girlfriend see this?
No. I woke up the next morning and was like, hey, babe, like, I threw the cat.
Why would you confess?
Why'd you confess to it?
Because it's like, I don't know if it had like what if it had like a fucked up tail or something? I don't know. Maybe like
that's
maybe
why
like
you shouldn't confess.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I'm just a transparent guy, you know?
Yeah, you hate holding on to lies.
Yeah.
I get it, but now fuck cats. All these cat owners, that's why they always go, don't let it outside. Want to know why? Because it'll run away from you because it doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, it'll be fine out in the wild.
It'll die probably.
Look, if there's no coyotes around, that thing's fine. No coyotes, no hawks, it's fine. It's just gonna eat mice. The thing will live. Dude, there's like cats that live in the fucking garage at Union Station. They're fine.
Yeah,
a moderately healthy cat is very good at surviving.
Yeah.
That's true. I can't stand them. I'm allergic to them. They're just, they're evil. They're pure evil to me.
They look evil and sinister.
They look evil. Yeah. They suck your soul from you. You know, they fucking, they look at Christopher's fucking picture at the Bing.
It's the abstract shapes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
What type of name is Walden anyway?
Come on, let's have...
On my property.
We're calling the police because you're harboring our cat.
Harboring a cat. Is that a
what
crime?
A line. This guy's a comedian. You're harboring a cat?
What's something else?
Cat pervert.
I'm a cat pervert?
Yeah, cat
what crime is that? What crime is that?
You know what? There's a crime about you harboring my cat.
What crime is that?
Against the law.
What crime is that?
So is this guy keeping that dude's cat in his house, and the guy's pissed off about it?
Don't understand the issue.
It seems like the cat keeps escaping, and the neighbor's not doing a good enough job at returning the cat or something.
And so now the neighbor is now accusing the guy of fucking his cat. He's saying, well, my cat's obviously got something. You guys have some sort of thing together.
What a crazy.
It's crazy how dumb you get when you get older. Like, maybe this guy was like an engineer, like a smart guy, like had respect.
No, this guy's been dumb his entire life.
His whole life? You sure? I don't know.
Very sure.
I think a lot of people, they go to a couple Fish concerts and they break their brain.
Oh, yeah.
If he gained dementia or something from drug abuse, then maybe. But no, this is not like a common thing from aging. So you don't get this dumb.
He's been accusing people of being cat perverts for a while now.
Or something equally idiotic. He's been a dumb idiot for a very long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I love pet owners that have unrealistic demands, you know? Like crazy people with pets. Like, I've always wanted to be the guy in my neighborhood where instead of yelling at people to pick up after their dog when they take a shit, I see their dog pee and I go, you better wipe it up! I go, wipe it up. I blow a whistle.
You're like Cart Narc.
Yeah, I go, wipe it. And I want to see them get on all fours, and they try and wipe up piss from grass. It's not even on the sidewalk.
Like, oh, do we have to wipe now? I don't know.
They go, is that a thing? I go, this neighborhood is turned to shit because you people not wiping up after your dogs. I love that.
Wiping up after your dog.
Wipe up.
An animal.
I can understand being angry if my cat was in your yard. You're angry because your cat is in my yard.
You're making things a lot worse. Okay? You could just send my cat home.
No, I can't.
I mean,
send my cat home.
I would just say next time it's in my yard, I'm going to light it on fire. I'm going to pour gasoline on your cat.
I'm calling the pound.
Yeah.
If you have a cat that's like a neighborhood slut, like just be prepared for it to have a couple M80 shoved up its ass by the local teenagers in town, and
It is crazy baby boomers used to do that.
I know.
Like, that's insane.
Dude, I know a guy in high school, they were like bragging about getting hammered that weekend. They were like, Timmy drove into a cat and it exploded. I was like, oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah. I hate cats, but not that much. I would never hurt any animal. That's serial killer
There was
behavior.
a guy, my dad always tell this story when he was like a kid in the 60s. There was like a retard in his neighborhood there he called Catman Ray because he would like literally just pick up cats by the tail and just swing them around his head and throw them in the yard. Oh my God. And he said his mom would just put a bowl on his head and shave his head. Just give him a bowl.
Was he in
like
Gummo?
That.
Was this like a deleted scene?
It was crazy. They called him Catman Ray.
Yeah. Well, it's because I think a lot of guys get off to those noises the cats make.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese porno.
They kind of turn into a kazoo when you disrupt them. They go like, you know?
And there are people who love that sound.
Yeah, exactly. Or a harmonica. Like Bob Dylan should have just had like a cat around his neck and he just like hits it occasionally and it just goes like
so dumb.
I know. I'm trying to. You ever hear a cat in the neighborhood fucking in a fight? It's disgusting sounding.
Yeah.
Oh
when
my
they're horny.
God.
Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
You have to pop its glands. Like, what the fuck is that?
I know.
You have to like shove a fucking goddamn ear cleaner up your cat's ass like once a year. It's fucking insane.
I wouldn't
it's disgusting.
do a single thing for my cat. I'd let it like live off the land. And I like feral cats. Cats that like come to your backyard occasionally, and you feed it like milk and shit. You feel like an old guy in a movie where he's like repenting for his sins, and he's finally like getting in tune with humanity, and he like always gets a cat at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Robert De Niro on The Mission.
It's like a trope.
Yeah.
There's always a trope of like an old guy who nobody in his lives ever fucking liked him. And
he's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair, but then all of a sudden the neighborhood cat starts coming around and he starts giving it milk and he realizes, oh, I guess I shouldn't have, stabbed all those zipper heads.
The old famous trope.
The old famous racist to cat pipeline.
That's a thing. There's a whole lot of old guys out there that they think they can repent for a lifetime of sin just because they started feeding a cat.
It's also sinister, though, because a lot of bad guys have cats. Or the Bond guy, he had a big cat, and then that's what Dr. Evil turned into.
Hairless cats. Anyone that enjoys a hairless cat, they should be fried on the electric chair.
I think they're kind of cute.
I've seen a couple of cute ones.
Cute hairless cats.
Siamese cats.
There's a couple of cute
Hairless?
ones I've seen. They've got like big fat bellies on them.
Yeah, and you
shit.
just want to. And well, it's like a dick. It's like a dick with 4 legs, just walking around. That's all fucking Siamese.
That's
cat
a really gay way to,
Well, it looks like a cat. It's all wrinkly and shit. Looks like an uncircumcised penis.
You like those cats because they look like
No,
dicks.
I don't like them because they look. God damn it, Joey! I really teed myself up for this.
That was crazy. That made no sense.
crazy. They look like fucking all wrinkly and shit.
Not there's nothing wrong
John
with
likes
being
them because
gay.
they're easier to lube up.
Shoving cats up my ass.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You go, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Because you got to get that gerbil out of there. You know the the cat's the only thing that'll handle it.
He goes to a doctor and he's like, "Hey, could somebody just get a cat?"
It's like the scene in Jackass when he shoves the little toy car up his ass. He goes to the doctor, he gets the X-rays. The doctor's like, "There's a gerbil and a cat in your ass."
Yeah.
That's great.
All right.
What's this?
I gotta piss my nuts up.
Know, it's just
Let's see one of these hysterical. Oh, dude, this is the best.
When Mark McGrath flips out on the
this.
teen.
Yeah, this was great.
Does anyone
This is
remember
so
this?
good. We'll do.
I love
Okay, for those young listeners out there,
There was a guy named Mark McGrath.
There's a guy named Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
And Sugar Ray made some corny ass music in the '90s. I kind of like him
Some of it
nostalgically.
kind of slapped.
Yeah, I mean it does slap.
It sucks, but it was like for the.
I just want to fly.
Yeah, it's
Fly
fine.
so high, and then somebody. His name's Sugar Ray. Stage him and then play it. You'll find out. This is the best video. One of the best TMZ videos of all time.
This is a great video because it's like kind of one of the gayest men alive at the time.
A little bit, but I guess at the time he was just seen as music for like fucking retarded surfers. I guess.
Yeah, I guess, but he was more for girls, wasn't he? Because he was. Like,
I don't know though, because that shit was on K-Rock 24/7.
Who was into Sugar Ray? Like,
I feel like there was a Sugar Ray Sublime Venn diagram. Like,
really?
Yeah, like you're like white reggae was huge back then. You had like fucking Slightly Stupid, fucking Sugar Ray, Sublime. Which, if you look at Sublime from a corny standpoint, Sublime is like the corniest band of all time. That guy sucked ass at playing guitar. I don't care. Any of these Sublime heads out there can suck me off. It's not a good band.
Sublime's good. You're being a hack.
No.
I know a lot of people think it's like you're a hack if you like Sublime. You're kind of
you're doing the hack.
You're hack. You're hack.
I just
Sublime made good music.
Remember the fucking he couldn't really play.
If you die for your music,
I'll give him points for dying of a heroin overdose.
Okay, but also
that's always cool.
You just don't like it because
I don't like white reggae.
You just don't like it because every fish taco shop you walk into is playing Sublime.
I mean, that has it plays into it, bro.
But they play it because it's fucking good.
And also, the people who like Sublime fucking suck. Like, I don't like the Grateful Dead because the people who like the Grateful Dead fucking suck.
But you can never hold that against. I mean, who knows? Wait, at some point, we might be disgusted by every single person that likes us. It doesn't mean we suck, even though
that'll never happen. Listeners,
that happens to everybody that gets anything. Is everyone starts hating it because of the people that like it. I make tweets and shit all the time, and then like the first 3 people are like Klan members, and I'm like, oh god, you know what I mean? I'm like, what have I done?
3 people are Klan members.
I'm kidding, but
it took like 3 seconds.
You make like a random joke, and then like the first 2 people are like, "That's right, fucking 1488." Oh my god, what?
Devin's like, well, this is how you get extra meat on your Chipotle bowl.
And they're like, hell yeah, brother! It's because of all the blacks working at Chipotle. We need to get back at them.
Like, remember Wisconsin, brother.
Right. So this is the classic thing. People hate good things because ultimately they get too big, and then the fan base becomes really annoying.
Yeah, and also there is a special kind of like, I think there might be a special hatred for Sublime just because I'm from Southern California, and it's just it was so oversaturated.
That's another thing you need to take into account. We have,
but I love Blink-182, and they're San Diego boys.
Yeah,
and they have a big, the beach was a big deal back then. Everybody was wearing puka shells and board shorts.
I think we also like Blink-182 more though, because it also reminds us more of like young relationships and young dating.
They're also very musically talented.
They were very musically talented, but it also reminds you of those days, the early 2000s. It reminds you of like, you would listen to Blink-182 and you'd feel like, yeah, that's my like high school experience.
Yeah, they go hard.
That's my middle school experience. Yeah. Like I saw her at the fair.
I listen to Josie and it's like, my girlfriend. I'm just fucking headbanging.
It gives you this nostalgia that where you for a split second you actually convince yourself that you were busting out of your back window while your parents were asleep, and you were taking your surfboard to the shore, and you were like hanging out with chicks, and you were, you know what I mean?
It was, and also Blink-182 had a like self-awareness as a band and a sense of humor as a band that, like, if you watch
their music videos are funny.
They were like very like Jackass adjacent, kind of like, we're gonna run. I remember when that music video came out, they're running naked. That was like crazy, and they're just great.
Yeah. But Sublime, you don't like Sublime because too many sunburned older guys like them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Gen X surfers are like the worst dudes on earth. If you go to like honestly, I'll take
the worst dudes on earth.
I would rather hang out with like fucking members of the Islamic Caliphate than like Gen X surfers. Like I swear to God, I've never had it personally happen to me, but like I'll hear stories about guys who like grew up in Oxnard and they'll like walk down the street and some 45-year-old guy will be like, "Hey, where you from, bro?" And it's like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? And like, that's the one thing that's
for puka shell necklace guys.
It's not even that. They're just fucking. They used to be in gangs in the '90s, where they're like surf gangs. It was just the gayest fucking thing on planet Earth. Like, there's a part of me. I grew up in a Republican California family, and they just fucking hated hippies with like a with but again, I do like some hippies, and like I watched like Dogtown and Z-Boys and shit, and you watch the early scenes in that documentary, and you're just like, dude, I would hate to hang out with these fucking guys. They seem like the biggest dickheads.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, I don't know. Sublime makes objectively good sounding music. It's just that you've seen them. There's too many people doing renditions of their songs at like wine mixers in Huntington Beach. And
I think they were okay.
You go to a Margaritaville and there's some guy doing karaoke of it, and you're like, you just hate it.
I'll say what I'm gonna say is that I'll think Sublime musically was good, but I don't think their music justified the cult following that they have. As opposed to
Everyone
other bands
gets
of
that if
the
a guy
time.
dies.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. Of the time, of the music that was coming out at the time, they were just good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there was so much good music coming out in that era, and they just kind of like they just caught a vibe.
Sure,
they caught a wave.
They caught a wave.
One might say. All right, we got to watch a Sugar Ray vid.
All right, so here's Sugar Ray. So Sugar
Have you
Ray,
seen this, Joe? One of the best videos of all time.
Of course.
This is a great video.
Make a hole, gentlemen! Make a hole!
So he starts off the video acting like he's Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
He's yelling at paparazzi to like make a hole.
He's like acting like he's storming Omaha Beach. He's like, we gotta get to the bunker, boys.
Yeah, we're storming Kookaroo Chicken.
Wow, what a callback.
Move it! Sugar Gay! Who said Sugar Gay? I'll beat your fucking ass. Who said that?
What did somebody say?
Sugar Gay.
He just goes, Sugar Gay.
I like that he also says what the teen said.
Yeah.
He's like, who the fuck just called me Sugar Gay? That's sick as fuck. I'm gonna beat their ass.
But isn't it like a 16-year-old kid or some shit?
It's like a child.
It's amazing.
It's John in high school.
Fucking Sugar Gay, dude.
Fucking Sugar Gay.
Sugar Ray more like fucking Sugar Gay, dude.
No, I choke your fucking face. You say that? No, I didn't say anything. You want to be smart? I choke your fucking face.
By the way, the teen wants that smoke. The teen,
he wants
the teen
it,
put his head in, like he was like they're doing like a headbutt thing, like oh really? Like they're putting their heads together.
He works with the paparazzi, and they're like they're coaching him. They're like, please antagonize him.
I love this.
If you get your ass kicked, you're gonna make a lot of money.
This is Nightcrawler
And fucking Mark, what's his fucking name? McGrath. McGrath realized he fucked up when he saw how young this kid is, but it's the only way out is through at this point. So he's gonna get in a 16-year-old's
The only way
face.
out is through. Well, he's also probably like coked up.
Oh God,
this
yeah.
is the
Also,
this
this
is
kid
heyday.
could be 25. This kid.
Could be a twink.
True.
He is a twink. He's a 25-year-old.
I mean,
twink.
yeah, he's a twink.
This kid's probably his guitarist.
Say anything? Did you say something? No, I did not say anything. Choke your fucking head.
Hey, Mark, can I get your autograph, man? Oh, man.
Yeah, you can.
All right, cool.
You beat the fuck out of that guy right there.
Yeah. Which one? Tomorrow.
The one that Mini Driver is going to do today.
I'll choke your fucking face. You say it again. Did I say anything?
Why is his voice so like?
He's been screaming all night doing
He's been
coke.
screaming, yeah.
Oh, he's been.
Yes, you did.
Hold on, he didn't finish his autograph.
I want to fucking down. You know, I'm some smart ass fucking herky lip motherfucker. Like, go beat the fuck out of you.
You know,
Yeah.
back in the 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, like it was like this was a common thing. You were allowed to like flip out on teenagers.
It should be bad.
It was a common trope of like flipping the fuck out on teenagers, as opposed to now where you can just like you can let them break and enter into your home and like make a TikTok video like while like, your family's there and you can't shoot them or do anything.
Yeah.
Like back then it was a thing. I remember. I just feel like I don't have an example.
Well, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Movies
because
used to show it more.
It was like at the advent of the internet. So, you know, like this is probably before YouTube, that video.
The kids are skateboarding, they're having unprotected sex now.
Yeah.
They're fucking they're grinding on my fence and like
Celebrities also know like, hey, I can talk shit to this little fucker. At the very worst, it's going to be some story in like Page 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, tabloid shit was going on back then. But it's not going to be every single person with their phone is watching it tomorrow.
And it would be kind of sick. People would kind of be like, yeah, like, hell yeah. Like, it would just be like kind of a moment. Like Russell Crowe fighting around the world. Like the South Park. Like, it would just kind of, you were allowed to just like violently handle fans back then. And now you have to be really aware. You have to like respect the kid's mental health. That's like, you know, like he's lighting a bag of shit on fire on your front porch.
Only because you're going to get
like,
attacked in the comments. That's the only reason.
True, because of more eyes on it, but also because of we have more of a pussified view of like handling people that are fucking.
I would walk down the
You
street.
have to be like afraid of really handling.
Well, people have
a
just gotten
certain way
more
now.
creative at like in ways of fucking with celebrities. So they're like, hey, you know what? If a celebrity fucks up, the collective is going to get together and be like, well, okay, well, this was wrong. Here's how we can make fun of them and make them feel the worst. And here's like the best story. Here's the best angle on why they were assholes. They were like, gay bashing or victim, blaming or like whatever.
No, exactly. We added all these new categories.
This is before punk too. This is before punk, before Borat, before celebrities were like just that. When that shit was after that shit came out, it was open season on celebrities.
This probably came out around the same time punk was out.
What time? When was this?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna guess 93.
What?
No, 99.
When was Sugar Ray even big?
95. I'm gonna guess.
But I was saying, I remember walking. If you walk down the street with your buddies, like you get yelled at by like 4 different people.
97 max. I'm gonna be shocked.
See when what fucking.
I mean, he was. They were doing stuff into Sugar Ray himself. The album Sugar Ray. 2001, 2002.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Well, when did he break onto the scene?
What was I Wanna Fly? What was that one? Fly was 97, 98.
Yeah.
So 97.
This is Fly.
But I bet this is 2001, 2002 because it looks like a weathered Sugar Ray.
The frosted tips.
It's a weathered Sugar Ray.
He looks like Ethan Hawke to me.
They have a similar look, but I get what Devan's saying.
Yeah.
I want to fly
More like
fresh.
Ethan sucks cock.
Who fucking said that? Ethan sucks cock. Which one of you?
Who fucking said that?
Which one said Ethan sucks cock?
Who said Ethan sucks cock?
Just Ethan Cock.
Ethan cock.
Who's the smartass Ethan cock?
He goes, that's fucking brilliant, by the way. But I'm gonna fuck you up.
All right. I don't think I've ever seen the director's cut of this. This is long as fuck.
Yeah, no, this is Francis Ford Coppola released this. It's the Redux.
Redux.
Mark McGrath flips out on teen who calls him Sugar Gay Redux.
Smart. All right. Little bitch ass fucking shit. I'll fucking choke your fucking face. You know
Still
that?
pissed. God,
I'll
he's
choke your
furious.
fucking face. He's also getting like body parts wrong.
White American guys don't know how to
He's
fight.
like, I'm fucking pissed. I'll fucking choke your fucking cock.
I'll suck your dick, bro.
I'll suck your fucking ass, dude. I love when guys are angry they can't think of how to be mean.
Yeah.
So they end up just saying weird things.
They look like psychopaths.
You know? Like, hey, why don't you fuck my mom, bro? How about you fuck me in the ass in front of my mom, motherfucker?
Are you done? Yeah, you're done. Pussy, are you? Standing right here. These guys got some static. These guys are a choke ass bitch. You'll never make it in this business.
Never make it.
Like that kid's trying to make it in rock and roll.
I can tell you're trying to make it, huh?
You done? I'll tweeze your nipples, bro. I'm standing here. You want some
Wait, did he insult his nipples? That's always very good when you insult a man's
at this
nipples.
point, the kid is smart. He's
dude, when Trump insulted...
Go into that.
If you ever insult somebody's nipples, they can't come back from it.
Yeah.
Fucking Bernie, what's the guy? Trump, when he said what's his face?
Look, his nipples protruding.
Yeah,
Chris Christie?
you can never come back from fucking insulting somebody's nipples.
Chris Christie had the fucking craziest body I've ever seen.
No, Barney Frank.
Barney Frank with his nipples protruding. You can no way you can come
Chris
back from
Christie ended up becoming his friend, and I know it was about Barney Frank, but Chris Christie's body was fucking like an alien body.
No, that picture of him on the beach looked insane.
At the baseball game, we just go to Chris
Christie's
Christie?
insane looking. He looks like Chris Christie looks like he bounces everywhere he goes.
Yeah. If you're ever in a verbal altercation with somebody and it's a man and their nipples are even slightly, you can see them. It's a checkmate easily.
Go Chris Christie baseball game pants.
Oh, he looked like those pictures of the fattest man on earth in the 1920s.
Exactly.
I mean,
he pulls his pants up
gunt.
so far.
Look at that man's gunt.
He looks like he was made to be. He looks like he was created to be made fun of by black teenagers. Look at that.
Look at his fucking.
Look at that camel toe.
Put
look
the
at his
pants
cock.
at the bottom of that.
Unbelievable.
And then put the belt lower.
It's just so fucked up looking.
You know what I mean? Put the belt lower.
Yeah, you put your pants lower.
Right.
Sag your pants.
You have to
Look
sag
at
your
that
pants.
disgusting male camel
Put
toe.
the belt under that.
This was on purpose, and they fucked him. Somebody didn't like him in the uniform.
No, he
department.
always dresses like this.
No, he always dresses like a complete
What a
buffoon.
weirdo.
He's a total buffoon.
Look up Chris Christie on the beach with his big fat legs.
Well, look at him throwing too. I mean, this
Jesus.
is wild. Look at that. Look at his face. I mean, it looks like it's out of a fucking like comedy.
Dude, look at that big fat ass he's got.
Oh yeah, he's packing.
Got a badonk, dude.
He's built.
Man, it's so sick. Look at that man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my God.
Is that Serena Williams or Chris Christie?
He literally looks like an egg with legs.
Yeah. It's Humpty Dumpty over
Crazy,
here.
crazy. What a fat fuck. Anyway, back to Sugar Ray.
Back to sugar.
Your fucking face, bro? Yeah, I heard you say something.
Mark, I want Ashley Tenori.
Mark McGrath is punking this kid, dude.
Who is that?
Oh, yeah.
That kid is nuts.
The guy from Sugar Ray. That's his favorite, actually. It's the guy from Backstreet Boys. He loves Sugar.
See, right now, Sugar Ray thinks he's having like a Tupac moment, but he doesn't understand he's yelling at a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
A
The kid,
90-pound twink.
the kid just needs to keep saying sugar gay, sugar gay, sugar gay. Just keep saying till he hits
Because
you.
the kid knows what he's doing. He can get a fucking lawsuit out of this. He's like, yeah, fucking punch me, Sugar Gay.
Yeah.
But I guess there would be like a antagonizing thing. You guys,
Fighting words. Fighting words.
You guys
is a
told
thing.
me about that because I used to tell people, yeah, I'll sue you. I used to like call people horrible things and be like, yes, I'll sue you. Hit me.
Sure, fighting. If you antagonize to a certain level, the Supreme Court has ruled that they can qualify certain words as fighting words. Where you've been so aggressive that somebody was forced to punch you in the face.
Or somebody, if he said something so outrageous, like if you're hanging out with your mom and some guy went up to you and was like, I'm going to fuck your mom in the ass, like you could probably punch him in the
Sugar
face.
Gay would not qualify for that.
So the Supreme Court's kind of like they're like a fan of they're like you know.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That's what exactly what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, you nailed that, John.
Right. I know you do Sugar Ray. Is that bad?
This guy's the biggest punk bitch you've ever seen, right?
Shit,
Bitch
why
meant
are you
so
saying it
much
on
back
camera,
then.
man? Come on. Shit.
This guy right here is almost homeless.
Over here. Over here.
Right here. This guy needs to pay the bills.
Show me out.
Prison rape.
What a little
Not
bitch
just
ass
rape.
ass.
Prison rape.
Fuck you.
You could
Dude,
also
he's-
probably sue him just for touching him, right?
He's bullying. this
Yeah.
kid.
He touched him a few times.
You could press charges.
Oh, dude, the next day I'd show up fucking in a neck brace. Straight to court.
But don't say that. Don't say that.
You're done. You're done. You're nothing. See this? Smell my fart. You're nothing.
Oh man,
They're
this
all like
kid's-
pretending he's being funny.
This kid's getting owned by Sugar Ray, dude.
Not really. The kid's kind of winning.
Well, the Sugar Ray's got people are sucking his dick, so of course they're gonna laugh at him.
Imagine like seeing that Dodge Durango in the back, like at that time, being like, "Man, what a sick car."
Yeah, look.
Is that his car?
I don't know,
That'd
but
be so
at the
awesome.
time it was like new.
That was a sick car.
All right, thanks a lot.
Still here?
This guy's badass.
Still here? Look at you.
You got some new fans over here, Mark.
I love Sugar Ray now.
You got See this?
Yeah,
See this? I'm Dr. Evil too.
I'm gonna go buy me a Sugar Ray.
You just made a Dr. Evil reference.
Look, your Hyundai's over there.
Damn.
You know,
Give it up for Sugar Gay.
we should find that kid and get him jacked, and then have him attack Mark McGrath now. Like put him in a training camp at Big Bear.
He's on an episode of Bully Beatdown. Like Daniel Cormier is training this kid how to beat up his bully, Mark McGrath.
Yeah, Mark McGrath was really bullying that kid. It was kind of ugly towards
But
the
that
end.
back then, that was fine.
Yeah, he called him a faggot, and like, it was crazy.
He was on coke and he was hammered.
Yeah.
I bet
That happened now. Career suicide.
Oh yeah, easily.
Career
of course.
suicide. You can't do any of that stuff now.
Unless you're like the most talented person ever, and then you
Yeah.
could do that.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Kanye level.
Yeah.
Kanye would never even say you're a fat. Like he wouldn't say.
No, but he would get away with that.
Well, Kanye could get away with, like, you know, he's fucking.
Vincent Gallo gets away with it and shit, but nobody cares.
Nobody cares about Vincent Gallo.
Gallo.
Vincent
I'm
Gallo.
literally trying to
Look,
think.
from Kanye to Vincent.
No, I'm
Gallo.
literally just thinking who calls people fags and gets away with it publicly.
What is Vincent Gallo up to?
Just being a fucking
What is it?
old
What is?
hot guy.
What are his latest things? What has he said? 'Cause a lot of people. My
He's
whole
being a
life.
huge Republican, basically. He honestly is one of the best interviewees of all time.
He used to be really funny.
Vincent Gallo destroys critics to their face.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's old, but it's very good.
Should we watch it?
Oh yeah,
to wrap
sure.
up?
I mean, you kind of look like him, which is the best
I
part
know, people
about
always
it.
say I look like Vincent Gallo.
The first thing I'd like to say is I'm not an actor turned filmmaker. I'm not Tim Robbins or Sean Penn. I haven't used the mainstream success that I've had as a movie star, which is none, to finance a film based on my own name as an actor turned director.
Oh, he's going to destroy this woman.
I was very successful in the 80s as an artist. So to be classified because you didn't do your research,
How come he's dressed like a sailor?
About where I was coming from.
That's like an old
As
tracksuit.
an actor, Hollywood actor turned filmmaker, is an irresponsible comment. And I sense a little bit of your own personal hang-ups as a woman.
Oh, it's an Olympics tracksuit.
Yeah. Capable of transcending them and enjoying the love story. Which is,
Can we just stop it there? He's literally just looking at this woman and going, you may not understand my love story because you're a dumb bitch.
Also, to put this into perspective, I believe this was after he released Brown Bunny.
Yeah.
So he made Buffalo 66, which like everybody loved. And they were like, oh, who is this young new filmmaker?
Yeah.
This is a really great movie. I love Buffalo 66. And then he made Brown Bunny.
Which is incredibly dark.
It's just a very bad movie.
I actually liked Brown Bunny.
Well, that's a odd take.
Because, like, I like just watching. It reminded me
you
of
like
just
seeing
watching
his cock.
No. I remember all the cool scenes where fucking.
I never saw Brown Bunny.
Well,
I barely like Buffalo 66.
Half the movie.
I thought it was interesting and
I loved Buffalo.
Good,
Buffalo 66 is
enough,
great.
but I didn't love it. I didn't.
Vincent
love it.
Gallo is just a cool guy, and like you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Brad Pitt's just driving around the valley, and you're like, oh, this kicks ass. Like half of Brown Bunny is just Vincent Gallo riding his motorcycle around the East Coast, and you're like, oh, this is kind of cool.
That is not what half of
John,
Once Upon a Time.
I'm saying half of Brown Bunny is just Vincent
John
Gallo
is
being a
such
cool
a
guy.
sucker
That's why
for
it sucks.
aesthetic.
Yeah, I like it. I like
John
things that
will
look
tell
cool.
you like it's the greatest movie of all time. If he's like, dude, you go like, why? He goes, dude, the fucking tank was fucking sick.
It's true though. Some movies are just sick because they're sick shit.
No, that everybody hated that movie. But so, anyways, this Brown Bunny just came out. Everybody hated it, and then he's Vincent Gallo, who I love. He used to be like very talented and funny, in my opinion. He claims that he gave Roger Ebert cancer.
Yeah.
He after Roger Ebert gave Brown Bunny a bad review, he wished cancer upon Ebert. Then Ebert got cancer, and Vincent Gallo ran around just going like, "Yeah, I gave him cancer."
And he said it proudly.
Oh, he's the man.
yeah. But
He
so
hates
anyways,
critics.
He's out of his mind. He's crazy. But so this is him on his kind of run
that's
defending
also-
Brown Bunny,
Okay.
and fighting back against all the critics that like
Hates women too.
But that's also funny that he thought everyone's probably wished cancer on critics. It's
But
just
he
a
did it
thing
publicly.
you say.
No, he said it out loud
Oh wow!
before.
All right, so he has power.
Yeah, he said it on
he-
Howard Stern. He's like, I wish cancer upon Roger Ebert. Howard Stern's interview with Vincent Gallo is like legendary.
It's one of my favorite things.
It's one of the best. It's great.
It evolved and quite modern. I don't know what to say because your comments were so convoluted, I wasn't quite sure what you meant. I guess you just didn't like the film because maybe you're a little bored with cinema or something like that. I don't know. But the biggest problem I have with critics right now...
Where is he now, Gallo?
He's living in probably multiple houses around the world because he was a very successful artist in the 80s, and he probably just has fuck you money and doesn't care.
You think we can get him on the show?
No. Not
He doesn't
any
do
chance.
anything like
Not
that?
any chance, no.
If we approach him in the right way, I think he'd come on.
We tell him like we're we're indie.
I used to
we're
email
punk
him.
rock.
You should claim that you're his long lost son.
I go, my mom told me she had a fling with you at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we can try that.
is that there are a few filmmakers that I'm attributed to over and over, like David Lynch or John Cassavetes. Two filmmakers I don't really like very much, and I certainly was.
You don't like John Cassavetes?
He's the man, dude.
What a cocksucker. Why is he saying that? He learned all his shit from John Cassavetes, probably.
He was one of the first trolls ever.
He's a massive troll.
Okay,
And influenced by. But because journalists like to package things and categorize things, they need to use these names. But it's very lazy. I mean, cinema existed a long time before David Lynch, and there were many films that had unusual families and unusual characters. And in what's called independent cinema, which I don't believe in because there's good movies and bad movies, people find it easy to categorize other artists with figureheads of supposed genres. If a critic has an extremely clever point of view as to why my art or my films or my performance are insignificant or don't have quite the great impact that I had hoped them to have, I can learn from that. I can be.
This must be Buffalo 66. They're not attributing Brown Bunny to him.
No, because the Buffalo 66 on the screen, so they're talking about Buffalo 66.
That movie was loved by critics, though.
Yeah, I thought that put him on the fucking map.
It did. I think maybe that's on the screen, but I think
model's directorial debut.
Oh, this is just one long same video. Okay, let's go to another.
Do like Vincent Gallo.
Try to find the Stern one, because Ebert comes on Stern with Vincent Gallo.
Can we do Stern?
No, but I can do Roger Ebert. You want to watch Roger Ebert review Brown Bunny?
No.
Yeah, why not? Because this gives him cancer and kills him.
Well, yeah, these things haven't been online too long.
Maybe do Vincent Gallo.
We'd get in trouble for this.
Let's see.
Vincent Gallo
destroyed Ice-T.
What is it? When did he destroy Ice-T? All right, let's watch that.
And your sneakers meant more to you than anything?
Cleaning your sneakers was a daily task. It was like brushing your teeth.
Oh, remember the 80s?
By Babe Ruth. That album was in my record collection. And to be in New York and hear it spun in a dance club with Puerto Rican and black kids sort of dancing brilliantly to it. Because that whole album is sort of a heavy rock record, and then all of a sudden that same song is interpreted as a dance song. It blew my mind.
So much of it pivoted on sports aesthetics. And using the, the absurdity of black kids who were never gonna go skiing wearing ski goggles,
That was fun. And tennis shorts. Tennis shorts. No one played tennis, guys. My hair was straight when it's short, but I wanted it to feel like it was straight. So I had it first permed and then relaxed.
He's the man. He was like a New York it guy in the 80s, basically.
Right.
I went through a lot of searching for what my...
He'd have a huge podcast now.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be hanging out with the Red Scare Girls and shit.
He probably does hang out with the Red Scare Girls.
They're dressing like him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a bunch of rap names.
I couldn't become Icy Ice, I settled on Prince Vince. My name's Prince Vince because I lived on Prince Street. The last time I did this was 20 years ago.
Prince Vince gets his
When does he destroy Ice-T? What is this?
It's coming. Me and Ice-T, a young Ice-T at the time, and I destroyed him. Remember the time we were at that hip-hop night at under Indochine, and that guy was gonna fight you? Two guys are standing next to me, and I'm hearing them going, yo, that guy's dancing with so-and-so's girlfriend. I hear the other guy, yo, that kid, who the is he? Then all of a sudden they're spreading around on the dance floor.
All right, so he's obviously, I think he's making up a thing here, kind of.
Like this, and Mike's like, yo, what? Like this.
Yeah, you saved me that day.
Gallo.
I think he pulled out a knife.
I pulled out a knife. It's like, you ain't gonna with my homeboy. You wanna with my homeboy with me or something? And the next thing we knew, we just sort of got out of there.
This is great, though. Another Vincent Gallo used to pull knives on dudes in the 80s. That kicks ass. It's just...
Yeah, all right, whatever. He didn't really do it. It was just on a dance floor.
Basically, his Howard Stern interview, all of you should look it up. He just gets super unhinged. He talks about getting prostate massages and how he's the best thing on planet Earth and how he wishes cancer on Roger Ebert.
It's good.
It's great.
And then the next day, Roger Ebert was chopping off his jaw.
Mm-hmm. God, what a mess he looked like.
That was the most sad, scary thing I'd ever seen when I was a kid, when I saw Roger Ebert with no jaw.
That documentary about him, made by the Hoop Dreams guy.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's haunting. It'll you won't sleep for about 3 nights.
Okay, cool.
And it's horrifying, but it's amazing. But so the Hoop Dreams guy, who was Roger Ebert's favorite director of documentaries, he agreed, hey, yeah, come make one about me. And then he started coming to the hospital with them. And then the disease kept progressing, and then pretty soon he didn't have a jaw. And now he's in the hospital with Ebert with no jaw. And at some point, Ebert was he's got a computer voice now, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. He's like, this is too fucked up. And then the guy's just okay, I'm gonna go, and this is fucked. It's just haunting, top to bottom. And I loved Ebert.
Did Vincent Gallo put a curse on?
Well, they made up.
Did he put a curse on Val Kilmer?
Any famous person with cancer was killed by Vincent Gallo.
We should look into that. Every drug.
Swayze.
So before we wrap up, I want to talk a little bit about John and he's had a big issue with a moped.
Oh God.
Lately, John, why don't you explain what's going on with this moped?
So I basically
John was about to not be able to show up today because he had to fix a moped that he broke.
Like, I got to fucking repair a moped, dude.
Well, I'm not going to explain it to you because you won't even understand what the fuck's wrong with it.
Your sister's moped. I get it. You were
try to explain it.
Tell me what. Well, okay, so I flooded.
You want to know what
I
I
flooded
think
the carburetor.
You want to know what
That's
I think happened?
I flooded the carburetor, Devan.
Well, I think you popped the tires because you're fat.
Okay.
And you were going up a hill, and you were riding. You were making sparks.
I don't even know
and
why.
Riding on rims.
I don't even know why I could fucking. It's okay. So I'm going down. I'm trying. I was accelerating it on a slant, and it flooded the carburetor, which I didn't even think it had a fucking. I could just smell gas. It won't idle.
It was your first time using it?
Yeah, it fucking sucked, dude. I was trying, and I knew I shouldn't have tried to park it on a fucking hill.
You're fucking riding around town like Larry Crown.
Dude, honestly, it's fun as fuck. It's so fun. It kicks ass, dude. It's not a motorcycle, but it kicks ass.
Until it breaks on you, and then you gotta go get it fixed. And all
yeah, now I gotta roll it up a fucking hill. But the problem is like...
You just get electric. They have these electric bikes now and shit.
John's also been posting videos on Instagram of him riding a moped, like by his pre-set up camera, where he's playing
that was
like...
funny.
He's playing like Bad to the Bone. No, but you thought you looked badass.
No,
yeah.
I played...
No, yes,
I played a Creed song, and it was obviously comedic.
No,
okay?
it was like half comedic and half...
Like he's in
thought,
Thailand.
I thought that was real cool.
It's 50%. This is
here. I'll
funny.
airdrop you the video
because he's like, hey, I want people to see how cool I fucking look.
I look fucking sick, dude.
See, it was like,
Hey, Debbie.
No, it's not even worth it. He's like just trying to like get pussy off this thing.
See, this is John right now. This was John.
Yeah, that's me, dude. Look how sick Tom Hanks looks.
John's Larry Crown.
Look at that. Forget that video, Devan. I airdropped
They're
it
both
to
on
you.
their way to go get pancakes.
Is the Creed thing gonna get us banned?
No, there's no Creed in this one. This is the straight up. Play this. Yeah, it's just it's too.
So how are you gonna get it fixed? You taking it to a moped guy tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't want to take it apart because I know if I fuck it up, my sister will kill me. So I'm just gonna have a guy come by.
So it's theirs, and then the first time you use it, you immediately broke it.
Well, it's honestly, I wasn't doing anything crazy on it. I just fucking I hit the throttle a little too hard on a hill, which I didn't know would turn the engine off. So
all right, okay. Who took this? Oh, you set your camera up?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Did I look? Like a fucking evil Knievel, dude.
Yeah, dude, I want to jump that bitch, dude. I was right. It was so fun, like going down the hill, and like I'm in fucking Woodland Hills.
They're fun. I've
I'm sure they're fun. Yeah,
it was great. So now I got this, but now my neighbor has basically a 200-pound lawn ornament, and they don't have much real estate, so I got to walk it up a hill, and it's just gonna be a big pain in the ass.
Can you fit that in like the back seat of your car? You put the seats there?
No, fuck no, dude. No, it's huge. It's like the size.
Thing.
It's like the size of this table.
So you have to walk it. It is.
Yeah, it would probably.
No, it's not.
It can't be.
Yes, it's the size of this table.
What? You're fucking crazy.
That can't be possible.
The rear wheel would be here, and the front wheel would be there. It's the size of this table.
Like bigger than any motorcycle.
There's 2 people can sit on it. It's about the size of a very small motorcycle. Yeah.
Well, shame on you for breaking it. It wasn't yours. You shouldn't have been treating it like that.
Well, my sister shouldn't have given me a faulty moped, so I'm gonna use the Joey ODD defense on this, which is what you would have said.
That's fine.
Fine.
So, I guess there's no real corner this week. No song, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
No. Check out the Patreon. We're going to do a big corner.
We're going to do a huge corner.
We have a corner on the Patreon?
Yes.
Big old corner.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Do you do an ad read, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, the ad reads.
Do you guys have the Dagestani one?
We're just going to do the old one because we were supposed to get a new one.
Do your old Dagestani one, and then I got mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd like it if we played another Drag and Drink video? Like if we looked one up on YouTube or something? Just to mix it up?
It's kind of their fault because they didn't get back to us, but also they didn't know we were going to be recording today, so I don't even know.
Can you just text me the old one?
Yeah, one sec.
Come
I have
on,
to find
guys.
it. Devin, do yours real quick.
Well, I gotta find it too. All right, hold on. Where the hell is it? Fuck. Should I sing a song real quick?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't even know what to do. Well, it's got to be about John being fat and gay, as usual.
Yeah.
Well, don't do that.
Too bad to the bone, but just be me about being fat gay.
I have something in mind for a second. Damn it. Do they not have an instrumental?
Well, we don't have questions, so what's the point of doing a corner?
I know, you're
right.
right.
You're being fucking out of your mind. Let's just do a corner next week. We literally said we need to take a break from fucking corners because we're getting corner exhaustion.
Yes, you're right.
John, I sent you the ad.
Corner exhaustion's a
Thank you, buddy.
Devin, could you play the video? The Dragon Drink video?
Maybe we can find a new YouTube one, or do you just want to play? Let's play the old one. Fuck it.
Mama. All right, Dragon Drink, folks.
All right, do you want... Jesus Christ.
I love how they cut the
they're
music out
retarded.
so early. They're so idiots.
Oh, sorry. No, they kick ass. They're not stupid.
Devin, actually, please, we're not going to say bad stuff about yours. So
I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Now it's open.
You
Open
already
range.
did.
Open season. All right.
Anyways, yeah, open season. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, dear listeners. Today we have a special treat for you. An advertisement for Dragon Drink.
Salam, my friends. Dragon Drink is the powerful elixir from Dagestan, endorsed by the mighty Dagestani fighters. Let's dive into the blessings it brings.
Dragon Drink is infused with caffeine, B vitamins, and taurine, the ingredients that make you soar like an eagle on the mountaintops. Let's explore their blessings one by one.
Caffeine. Oh, the blessings it brings. It awakens the spirit, boosts focus and energy, just like the call to prayer at dawn. You know that feeling. With Dragon Drink, you'll feel alive and ready to conquer the day.
B vitamins, my friends, are the blessings that nurture your body's strength. They're like the mountain breeze, revitalizing your cells, supporting energy levels, and keeping you resilient in the face of challenges.
And let's not forget about the wondrous taurine. It is the secret of the strong mountain men of the Caucasus. It fortifies your inner warrior, enhancing endurance and unleashing your hidden strength. With Dragon Drink, you'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Allahu Akbar, brothers and sisters. Dragon Drink has been the source of energy and vitality for generations in the Caucasus. Now it's time for America to experience the blessings of Dragon Drink and rise to new heights.
Indeed, my friends. Let Dragon Drink be the beacon of strength and that guides you on your path to greatness. Embrace the blessings of the Caucasus and let your spirit soar like an eagle in flight.
So, my dear listeners, don't miss this opportunity to taste the power of Dragon Drink. It's time to unlock your inner strength and join the ranks of the mighty mountain men.
Inshallah. Energize your soul, embrace the blessings, and let Dragon Drink be your companion on the journey to greatness.
Disclaimer, Dragon Drink is an energy drink designed to provide a boost of energy. Please consume responsibly and follow all dietary guidelines. Dragon Drink does not guarantee strength or transformations, but it can certainly inspire you to unleash your inner power.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you, Dragon Drink.
Thank you, Dragon Drink.
Thank you, Gosmot.
All right. Hate watch. I'm not supposed to say that. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, the first thing to go on the back burner is cooking a nutritious meal. Before I even know what's happening, I'll find myself mindlessly heading towards the nearest McDonald's. I mean, John knows all about that. John has a cot in the back of a McDonald's. John sleeps in the frying machine. If you're trying to break the stress to drive-through cycle, Factor has you covered. They're America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit.
I've never seen Devin eat Factor. Go on.
Wow, I never did that to you.
You were saying shit.
Well, that's true. I haven't gotten Factor yet because it's on its way, and I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we all are going to have some nice keto meals. We're going to share them around. So I expect some Dragon Energy.
I'll give you a Dragon Drink.
Oh, we're going to get a pallet of that shit.
Factor has you covered. They're America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Everything is delivered right to your door so you could stay on top of your health goals and your busy schedule. We all have Factor meal kits on their way. We're very excited about it. We all nobody likes to cook. Cooking sucks.
I love to cook. I think it's a fun hobby.
Meal prep sucks. You got to do all this work. It's a pain in the ass. Your food goes bad.
I've been trying to learn how to cook.
Yeah, Devan only likes prepping his Sibian.
Cooking is actually a really fun hobby.
Keyword trying to cook. They can't cook. I've eaten their food.
It's a great hobby.
It tastes like sand.
I've made multiple meals that you've been like, this is the best thing I've ever eaten.
John's made it amazing, and I love learning about cooking.
And
Joey made a beautiful omelet.
I'm not great at it, but it's just a fun thing to do. It's like I don't want to rely on some weird company to send me food from a prepackaged thing.
And you won't have to wait for two degenerates to cook you a tasteless meal if you get Factor meal kits.
Cook your own food, guys.
Factor's fresh, never frozen meals take just 2 minutes to prepare, so meal times are quick, easy, and delicious. With over 34 weekly restaurant quality options, there's always something new to try, and Factor's flavor-packed meals fit a variety of lifestyles from keto and calorie-conscious to vegan and vegetarian. Head to factormeals.com/hatewatch50 and use code HATEWATCH50 to get 50% off. That's code HATEWATCH50. 50 at factormeals.com/hatewatch50 to get 50% off. Thank you.
Wash it down with a dragon drink.
And then you can wash that down with a dragon drink and you're good to go. So let's start loving each other now in our ads, you know? I think we're the only podcast that has an ad competition within the people doing the show.
It's endearing.
Dragon drink also is a thing that you can just buy, and it doesn't replace a hobby like cooking. It's something you can just have, and it makes your life better. It's a supplement.
It's like the call to prayer in the morning.
Exactly.
You wake up, you have a dragon drink.
Factor meal kits are very necessary, and they should be ordered by people because it'll clean up your life. You'll be more efficient. You could do more things because you're not thinking about having to cook. And then you get the dragon energy right after the Factor meal, and you're good to go. The only problem with you guys and the dragon drink is there's no code. Are you guys giving people?
They were supposed to get us one for this time.
It's
but
also
we're recording
it's
early,
code.
So.
It's brand recognition. They're a fan of us and they trust us to spread the word. They want a couple of white people to endorse it. I think.
They're from the Caucasus, bro. Let's relax.
Right.
They're the whitest guys on earth.
All right.
Well, so people without big Dagestani beards. Anyway,
sure. All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
Dragon drink.
Dragon drink, Factor meal kits. Inshallah, brothers, go get Factor meal kits.
Dragon drink.
Is that it? We good?
Yeah.
God bless you all. We hope. I think we did some good work here.
That's all.
Join us on the Patreon. Patreon.com/hatewatchpodcast. Thank you for listening and good night.
EnergyDragonDrink.com.
Yes.
Factor meal kits.
EnergyDragonDrink.com.